days in the back of a bar all summer, forgetting names like a background noise in relationships of one another. Went off the rails by fall, Lord knows I needed saving. Wore off the alcohol, and you were there like an angel waiting. I didn't know you'd have brown eyes, like to pray to Jesus, spending Friday nights at home. Didn't know you'd be this strong, kind, deeper than a coal mine, loving with a heart and gold. And you're everything that I want, everything that I want. There's a garden baby, you're through. And those brown eyes, I know that I gotta find a better me for you. Made a living dipping toes in the water, feeling low with my walls up high. I was staying far away from the deep end. Girl, like you made a boy like me try. Went off the rails, let fall. Lord knows I needed saving. Let me forget them all. Hey, I didn't know you'd have brown eyes, like to pray to Jesus, spending Friday nights at home. Didn't know you'd be the strong kind, deeper than a coal mine, loving with a heart and gold. And you're everything that I want, everything that I want. There's a garden, baby, I'm through. And those brown eyes, I know that I gotta find a better me for you. Better me for you. About the miles that it takes, we can make every one of them worth all the driving. I sing your praises everywhere, like the hymnals all say. I could love you till the end of time. I never knew you'd have brown
I need some elbow
eyes,
room
like
to
to
breathe.
pray to Jesus, spend your Friday nights at home. Never knew you'd be the strong kind, deeper than a coal mine, loving with a heart and gold. You're everything that I want, everything that I want. There's a garden baby, you're through. Those brown eyes, I know that I gotta find a better me for you. Better me for you. Better me for you. Better me for you.
Welcome, beautiful, divine masculine and feminine darlings. This is the Seraphim Gypsy, SeraFae Indigo Empress, and Shiloh Horizon, and I don't plan to be here for too long, but I do have some things to share, some music mediumship and a reading, possibly some Reiki. We'll see what comes through. I don't choose it, I just listen, but I'm feeling a little bit. If not on this one, then the next one I'll come back and do some. In the meantime, let me shuffle out these cards. I have 4 songs in front of me to go through. I just heard all of these in a row clairaudiently, so let's go. This one, let's do this one.
And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me, see now. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I could taste is this
are those strings? Somebody says, why did you do that? Squat, because it was a reflex. Raise my arms up, because it opens up your airways. So runner tip.
And I don't go to see me, 'cause I don't think they understand. When everything's meant to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. Don't go to see me, 'cause I don't think they'd understand. Everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. Just want you to know who I am.
Next. This one too. Heard those.
She'll never ask. Just tell her that she's the only one, you're the lucky one. She's the everything you could ever want. Yeah, she'll never ask. Be good to her and treat her right. Be the love, don't be the fight. Give her all, she'll ever need. Gotta hold her tight, gotta let her breathe. Make sure she knows she shines like gold. Be good to her and treat her right. 4 little words, be good to her. You don't forget the day you met. You said hello, she said her name. You knew your life would never be the same. You don't forget. Be good to her and treat her right. Be the love, don't be the fight. And give her all, she'll ever need. Gotta hold her tight, gotta let her breathe. Make sure she knows she shines like gold. Be good to her and treat her right. 4 little words, be good to her. She'll never ask. Just tell her that you'll be good to her and treat her right. You'll be the love, won't be the fight. And give her all she'll ever need. Gotta hold her tight, gotta let her breathe. Make sure she knows she shines like gold. Be good to her and treat her right. 4 little words, be good to her. Yeah, I'll be good to her.
more songs, and then I'm going to crack this deck open.
I think I've already lost you. I think you're.
Whoops. Hi, babies.
I think I've already lost you. I think you're already gone. I think I'm finally scared now. You think I'm weak. I think you're wrong. I think you're already leaving. Feels like your hand is on the door. I thought this place was an empire. Now I'm relaxed. I can't be sure. And I think you're so mean. I think we should try. I think I can need this in my life. And I think I'm scared. I think too much. I know it's wrong. It's a problem. I'm feeling if you're gone. Maybe it's time to come home. There's an awful lot of breathing, but I can hardly move. If you're gone, maybe it's time to come home. There's a little bit of something me in everything in you. I bet you're hard to get over. I bet the room just won't shine. I bet my hands I can stay here. And I bet you need more than your mind. And I think you're so mean. I think we should try. I think I can need this in my life. I think I'm just scared that I know too much. I can't relate, and that's a problem. I'm feeling if you're gone. Maybe it's time to come home. There's an awful lot of breathing, but I can hardly move. If you're gone, baby, it's need to come home. There's a little bit of something new in everything.
One more song. That was also a little loud. I'm so sorry. I thought I had it set at the sweet spot, but it wasn't. It's a notch too loud. Usually when it does that, it's a little pitchy when it plays back, so I do apologize. Somebody says, how do you know that? I've been doing this for a decade, so I know what it sounds like on the replay. And when it sounds too pitchy on the replay, I can tell it was too high up because I remember what setting I had it set on, so I know to turn it down just a little bit. It's like, for me on mine, it's like 2 notches below full. That's the sweet spot. If it's 1 notch above or it's 1 notch below, it's like not quite loud enough, or it's too pitchy, it's too high. It's so weird. But I figured it out.
Whoa, yeah. Whoa.
That's what you mean by sweet spot. It legitimately is. Like 1 notch above or too low is too much. So there's a sweet spot that's 2 beneath full volume. At least for my audio here. I think it has to do with the way everything echoes on the counter, and then also my particular devices. It's just my setup.
Take off those heels, lay on my bed, whisper dirty secrets while I'm pulling on your head. Poison in our veins, but we don't even care. Candles dripping on your body, baby, this ain't truth or dare. Everybody wonders where we run up to. My body on your body, baby, sticking like some glue. Naughty, let's get naughty, girl, it's only one or two. Fever's fucking running, feel the heat between us two. I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride on you, baby, on you, lady, all night, all night. I'm gon' take care of your body, I'll be gentle, don't you scream, getting out and make it tough to feel your chest on top of me. I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride on you, baby, on you, lady, all night, all night. I'm gonna make you feel that loving when we calling in your name. Kiss your body from the tip top all the way down to your feet. Whoa.
It's fine. I'm feeling a divine masculine who's, I don't know, what is this, like upset? He says, do you want me? Do you even want me anymore?
And we can go slow. Yeah, we can go slow.
I wasn't planning to pull this deck out, but it fell. I was grabbing the laptop to come here and this fell off the shelf. Caught my attention, so I pulled it back out. I knew there was some kind of love reading in it because I got a vision of the Lover's card, kind of like the Lover's card in this deck when that happens.
Like you're right there, you have to say it twice. Love is nothing here to feel. Taking it back to where it's clear. Rolling on and on, sounds of lover in the air. I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride on you, baby, on you, lady, all night, all night. I'm gon' take care of your body, I'll be gentle, don't you scream, getting out and make it stop to feel your chest on top of me. I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride, I'm gon' ride on you, baby, on you, lady, all night, all night. I'm gonna make you feel that loving when we calling in your name. Kiss.
Okay, so divine masculine's like, do you even want me anymore? Like, I have something for you, I have an offer for you, a gift for you or something. And divine feminine's like, look, I've been through a lot. I've got some stories to tell and some stuff to write down. She says, I don't dislike you. If I have to handle everything on my own, then I need to function and do it. Give or take a few words. You know, I'm used to having to do everything on my own. I'm used to being alone. It's usually just me and the moon. Why? Because people are unreliable. Or they've proven themselves to be such. So she seeks to find the beauty and the joy in her own life or create it. Okay. But he's like, well, I want to connect with you though. Touch, exchange, connection. There's also a higher level of elevation card here, 33, guidance, mentorship, teachers of the old ways. And so this might be spiritual expansion and learning in some cases, but in other cases it's like a bridging of the two of them. Maybe both of them have pieces of information or knowledge, or look, cry for nature. It looked like cry for help when I read this at first. I thought it was saying cry for help. I don't know why. Like that's what I saw. I just stuttered. Did you hear that? I feel like that one is maybe also, yeah, there it is. It's hard to speak on this one. It's like he says, I don't want you to reject me. He said it would hurt and crush him. Give or take a few words, this particular masculine energy that I'm picking up on right now. I just looked up and happened to catch a glimpse of Mr. Meeker's dad, photo of his dad. He's passed away. But in the corner of my eye up here. So there's ancestral, my Nana Rose has been coming through. A lot of my ancestors have been. That doesn't surprise me. The ancestors are encouraging both of them not to shy away from each other. I hear Divine Masculine say, don't push me away. I hear another song. Let's do that. This is actually a conversation between both Divine Masculine and Feminine, in fact. Wouldn't you know, but Labyrinth. Try this on for size. That's a commercial. Mourning for something sacred which seems lost. Somebody doesn't like this truth also. You know why I say grand rising instead of good morning? Good morning, the term good morning actually comes from a death rite and death ritual. It's like a funeral reference. And so to say good morning to people, it means like happy grief processing, pretty much. Which, yeah, of course you want people to process their grief and let it go, let the pain go so that they can heal and move on. But you don't wish people mourning. You don't wish that people have stuff to mourn. So I choose to say grand rising instead of good morning. Intention, set the intention. Somebody says, oh, that's clever, I didn't know that. I didn't make it up, but that is why I choose to speak something else. I hear that. Is that why you never say that? Yeah, you don't ever hear me say good morning, do you? There's a reason for that. I don't wish that on people. Now, I do wish them healing. Of course, I'm a healer, you know. But I don't wish people reasons to need to heal from something. Good grief. No pun intended.
You tell all the boys no. Makes you feel good. Yeah. I know you're out of my league, but that won't scare me away. Oh no. You've carried on.
You saw me just split the deck in two separate places to get a core energy. Now, what did I say? I wasn't planning to pull this deck, but when I went over there to grab the computer was actually sitting on my deck shelf and one of them fell off. It was this deck. So when it fell, I got a vision of the fairy, like the lover's card. It's kind of like a lover's card, I said, right? Just a few minutes ago. Hello. Well, guess what just split open on the two that I split it on? What's behind that? I don't know. Both sides are blank. But I did see that. This is the one I was telling you about that I got a vision of when this deck hit the floor. 24, 22, and that's how I knew that I needed to grab it. So I don't know. Sometimes I just pop it back on the shelf. Look, this is a divine connection that's not like other connections. A unicorn. You see. The sun's going down now. Starting to. So let's see. Actually, I'd like to see the... Well, I guess I can't really right now. Put something else on it. A few cards fell out. The Dark Moon or maturation, growing up, introspection, and know thyself came. So letting go of old cycles, situations, people, or even just ways of being, belief systems that you've outgrown. Possibly even... I mean, yes, technically this is outgrowing that, but possibly even if it was just kind of temporary coping skills or like maladaptive trauma behaviors, something that was picked up or started as a way to help somebody cope through getting something, but wasn't intended to be a permanent thing, fixture in their life, lifestyle, way of being, etc. It's about letting that go, which also comes from letting go of the pain that makes somebody feel like they might need some kind of coping mechanism like that. Fairy wishing well, manifestation, expectations, and offerings. So there is a divine masculine, I feel it coming through. Like I said, divine feminine's just spending time in her own space, possibly taking baths. I'm getting ready to do the dishes and switch the laundry. Actually, I just heard that get done a little bit ago. And what did I say? Ancestors, ancestral lines, and generational shifts. Yep. Opening up the higher expansiveness of, that's so funny. Maybe this divine masculine is older than divine feminine. If it's not older, the maturation growing up, if there's something about possibly even being kind of closed off a little bit to the higher realms. It's like she was sitting there right in front of him the whole time, and he was very earthbound. But she's sitting on his crown chakra and kind of tapping on his third eye a little bit. It's like she's trying to open up his perspective. And look at his ears. I mean, he might be earth-based, right? Meaning like he may have been more practical and logical, where she may have been more highly elevated in the spiritual realm, sitting above him, but also with little fairy wings full of light. You see, he was kind of in the shadows, in the dark, and she lit up his life a little bit, lit up his sight. But he has these pointy elf ears, so he does have magic. He does have this connection too. He either just hasn't seen that he can expand into the same energy with her, or he didn't realize that they were basically from the same tribe, right? What is this? An elf and a fairy. They come from similar contexts and lines on levels. They often are very interwoven, can be. Very closely knit, at least. Shimmer, sparkle, look, see? She lit up his life, sprinkled a little fairy dust in his life. And you know what's funny? I am getting ready to go. I keep wanting to do it, and then I have other stuff to do, so I've just been making sure to get those tasks done first, but I've been prepping to do this. I ran out of acetone, so I couldn't clean my brushes the last time I used them, so I didn't have them to use them when I wanted them for a minute. I fixed that, but I've had to make sure everybody else in my house was good first, so I have. But I've got this like glittery pink acrylic. It's like bubblegum pink, it's glitter. And I have this one nail. The rest of these are real. Well, all of them are real. This one broke. It wasn't the nail that broke either. The nail's fine. It was just the acrylic that came off, that broke off. And you know why? It's because I was waiting for this. And I mixed my own glitter into an acrylic I had, just to kind of temporary work with it, but the ratio wasn't quite right. I was experimenting a little bit, and because the glitter weakens the acrylic, right? It's not a solid form, it has little chunks of kind of flexible glitter in it, then sometimes you have to be careful, more careful than normal, to not thin out the nail or the acrylic too much. And I do like them thin. Normally that's not a problem. I think it would have been fine if it hadn't had the glitter in it, but it was so flimsy in the center because I pulled it out so thin, which again normally is fine, that I should have done another layer. And I've just been busy and not really wanted to do that. Now I'm going to do that. I even got a vision this morning of the designs and the color. Nana Rose. Glamour, confidence, allure, charisma. But this bubblegum pink energy, sparkles, sprinkle a little fairy dust in it. Somebody says, well, why would you? Because these are just regular nails, right? Which is fine. Except for when I paint over them, they look kind of white underneath, which is fine. Except for when and you can get a different acrylic, but the one I have is more like a pink natural. However, it's kind of more clear. Like when I paint over that one, you can see the full color through it, almost like it's clear, whereas this is white, and I don't like that. So if it's going to show through anyway, might as well make it sparkly. Fairy.
So long you couldn't stop.
You've been going on so long you couldn't stop if you tried. So this divine masculine's like, I know that you don't even know how to put your guard down. I know it's been so long since you've been able to. I know you don't even know really how to like just be. with someone else anymore because you haven't for so long. He's giving her grace, basically. Patience, he says, I know you're so hurt. There are a few messages I'm picking up, but there's this divine masculine energy acknowledging either the pain or the trials and the tribulations that this divine feminine has either gone through or been going through. He says, I see myself in you. He may have gone through some of these things himself. In fact, I know some of them have. I know some of them have. Not just psychically either, to be clear. Yes, but also no. To be fair. That's all I'm going to say about that. Some of it I've seen myself, witnessed myself. The littlest fairy. Appreciate the beauty and the value of the exquisite and small. And so this is like divine masculine. People just tried to push the divine feminine to the wayside, dismiss her because they thought she was nothing. And he says, no. She might be a little fairy, but she's special. She's more sparkly, and I just heard dangerous than anybody might know. She's more precious than anybody could see. And if they did, that's why they tried to squash her or trap her, because they saw her light and wanted it for themselves or wanted to kill it. Give or take a few words. I'm picking up on a few divine masculine energies coming through. They both have some different things to say. A lot of it's along the same consensus, but some of it's a little different. Pick up on lots of people that come through here. Stranger in a strange new land, new experiences, feeling uncertain in transition zone. So this seems like divine. I just heard relocation. Send me your location. Let's focus on communication. I don't want nobody else but you. I hear it. I hear it. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Thank you. Oh, there's a karmic energy that's saying, like, why did we do that? Why did we do that to her? They're saying, why did we target the light workers? Why didn't we just leave them alone? It's a good question, babes. A very good question. I would like to know also the answer to that. Do you have a good answer? I think probably not. Don't do it again. That's a commercial. While that's clearing the commercial out, let me finish these. Green Man's Door. Look, there's something about either divine masculine coming to divine feminine, or them, I hear, meet in the middle. I start walking your way and you start walking mine. We meet in the middle of those old Georgia pines, and we gain a lot of ground if we both work a little. And I start walking your way and we meet in the middle. I don't know who that's by, but I just heard it.
Send me your location. Let's focus on communicating.
Okay. Portals to the Fae, Wheel of the Year, Galactic, and Giant entry points. So remember I mentioned that the masculine and the feminine, it's like they were merging the earth space to the spirit plane. She may have been more tapped into certain things at first, but he also has those capacities within himself on levels. And they do find balance within each other. Premonition, galactic, communication, beginning and end. Yeah, there are old cycles that are closing so that these new fresh starts between them can happen. Galactic communications. And it's their higher selves that are drawing them together. Soulless. I just heard sleep too. Oh yeah, you know what? Look, they're sleeping behind this. There's rest and recovery happening here. Return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, and flower essences. Let's get some of those out, shall we? Mothering, teaching, sharing knowledge, and nurturing self-worth. Did I not say Nana Rose? Those are roses. It looks like... yeah, somebody doesn't like this truth. That's too bad for you. Working with intuition, second sight opening, dimensional doorways. And didn't I say that? This is like divine feminine. She was tapping on the forehead of the divine masculine. Glamour, confidence, allure, and charisma. Just sitting in her Zen space. Yeah? She was tapping on the forehead of the divine masculine, trying to... Hello, come on, third eye, open up. Second sight opening. Hello, open up. Housekeeping. You want some info pillow? You want French kisses? Well.
I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location and ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. At times I wonder why I fool with you, but this is new to me. This is new to you. Initially, I didn't wanna fall, but you gathered my attention. It was all for you, so don't take advantage. Don't leave my heart damaged. To understand that things go a little bit better when you plan it.
Didn't he say, like, he wanted to connect with her, but he was like, don't hurt me. Both of them don't want to be hurt. I feel that. He says, he's saying to her, though, we're not like the past. He's saying, I know you're not like the people I've been with, and I'm not like those people that hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you.
So once you send me your...
He says, let me show you. Give or take a few words, but let me show you. I'm picking up on a few different divine masculine energies crossing over here and there, but there's a main consensus along the string of them.
Let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. I don't wanna fall in love off of some sweet, so let's keep personal. I got a lot of cool spots that we can go. Tell me what's the move and I got you. I'm only acting like this cause I like you. Just give me the vibe to slide in. Oh, I might make you mine by the night. That's it.
I might make you mine by tonight. Send me your location.
Your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. Ride, come and vibe with me tonight. I don't need nothing else but you. Ride, come and vibe with me tonight. I don't need nothing else but you. Nothing else but you. If you try See beneath your beautiful with let me see beneath your perfect. Take it off now, girl. Take it off now, girl. 'Cause I wanna see inside what you let me see beneath your beautiful tonight.
Ooh, whoa, what is that doing? Hold on. I just cleared out my lungs. Holy crap. I didn't expect that. Thanks. Hold on. Let's check this. I'm interested to see what this says. It's been a long time since I've checked this one. That was a good one. That makes sense. There it is. So I was just drawn to this pneumite. It's called pneumite, this crystal. It's beautiful. It is black, but it's sparkly almost. It's like black glitter. And you know what? I actually have an acrylic that's kind of like that, purple and black. But let's see. This will do this way. Let's see if I can show you. See how sparkly that is? It's really pretty. Hold on. Bitter. The little white speckles in it, that's glitter, just hitting the light. So it's metallic almost inside. It's really pretty. I love this one. But when I went to put it in my pocket, it started opening up my lungs. And I'm like, this has to do with, that's all trauma based. And any of the breathing stuff or that's all injury from abuse. So there's trauma tied right into that in many ways. And it goes back and forth physically and mentally and emotionally, but also spiritually. So I put it in my pocket and my lungs started to clear out all of a sudden. I'm like, let's check the properties of this. Pneumite is a powerful stone known for its strong spiritual properties, particularly in grounding, which as a Gemini, I can use sometimes, but I don't like black tourmaline often. It often runs away from me because I'm a Gemini, so I don't need or want to be fully anchored all the time. Gemini is the free spirit butterfly of the zodiac. When you're dealing with an upright, when you're dealing with a mentally and emotionally mature Gemini who values traditional comprehensive loyalty, we don't want to fly away from our partner. We're air signs, symbolizing birds often, air signs, also the swords, truth, communication. But what do birds do? They need to fly. Don't clip our wings. Don't clip the angel's wings. Don't clip the butterfly's wings. It's not supposed to stay a caterpillar. Wasn't a caterpillar. It's not a caterpillar if you rip its wings off. It's a mutilated butterfly at that point, releasing trauma. And so when those of us who are upright in a high space have someone that is a balanced and loyal match, even if we need to do the thing that butterflies do, which is spread our wings and fly, we always come back. And also, you know the little mating dance thing that butterflies do when they're flying through the sky and like circling, and two of them usually flutter back and forth. That's what that is. And they ride the same air currents together too. It's really beautiful. Well, we never seek to fly away or too far. We just like to fly. It's not that we don't like to still be close enough to be in the vicinity of our person. We don't want somebody who tries to anchor us down. It's not natural. We want somebody who's going to encourage our growth and flight, who trust us to come and stay because we want to, and that's what makes us want to. We don't want to be entrapped. Don't give us reasons to leave and we won't. Give us reasons to stay and we will. We're always going to be butterflies, but butterflies need love too. Especially when it's somebody who keeps us safe and keeps us feeling protected. You know how delicate butterflies can be? Also powerfully beautiful and strong, but fragile. We need love. Divine Masculine says, protect that soft heart. Yeah. He says, if I do it, you won't need to put the battle armor on. No, not for you. He says, I know you'd go to war with me, though, if it came down to it. Oh, absolutely. Especially in my case. I am the Empress that you want to go to war beside, not against. Did you know that in old school kingdoms, often they wouldn't wear the traditional crowns out on the battlefield if the king or even the queen was out in battle, but when they would put their armor on, usually there was a headpiece, like a shield or a helmet or something that they would wear, and they would have for the king or the queen, they would have a special crown like built into it. It looked like it was sitting on top of the armored helmet basically, but it was welded on, so it would stay there. You could tell the king from anybody else, any of the other soldiers, because that was the one with the crown. Anyway. Not all of them, mind you, but those that did, that was something that sometimes they did. Numite is deeply connected to the earth. I just picked up earth sign energy too, didn't I? Like very grounded energy, promoting stability and a sense of security. Yeah, did I not say that? Well, this helps. It is considered a potent protector against negative energies, including black magic and evil spirits. Thank you. The stone is thought to facilitate transformation, helping individuals release past traumas and negative patterns. It can also aid in healing emotional wounds or overcoming obstacles. Numite is believed to enhance intuition and psychic abilities, including clairvoyance and accessing past life information. Well, I did just talk about the kingdoms, didn't I? It's also thought to open the third eye chakra. Did I not just talk about that in the reading with the Divine Masculine? I did. Facilitating access to higher states of consciousness and inner wisdom. Numite is associated with spiritual growth, connecting to higher realms. It can help individuals access ancient wisdom, understanding their true nature, and align with their physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects. Did I not just say all of that? That's funny. Somebody says, whoa, you're good at this. This is why Mr. Tony Sones and I, despite the fact that he as a businessman was not a spiritualist, but an educator, a scientist. He was an entomologist, a geologist, he was a historian, but he was willing to partner 50-50 with me on a business. In fact, he's the one who had the idea on that and was willing to bank his teaching, professional teaching. He taught at schools, colleges, from kids in grade school to colleges, all over. He was also an artist. He had a great appreciation for the arts, music, theater, even live shows like, what are those called? where you ad-lib, the crowd ad-libs things. Hold on. Forget. Improv. There it is. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. He loves stuff like that too. But he was willing to bank his full-out professional, scholarly teaching education on working with me as a psychic medium because he knew I was legit. They're just, when people hang out with me, even science people, even math people, even people that don't typically scale outside of the logical realm, there's just stuff that happens, especially the whole telepathy thing. When that happens, there's just, or synchronicities that pop up, it gets to a point, especially so successively, that they just can't deny it. There's no way to fake it. It just is. And because they're logical and rational, but also open, prospectively, they know that logically speaking, there's no way that all of that stuff is just coincidence. They know they realize there's more to it than that. Even if they don't understand it all, they know there's more to it. And that's true. Pneumite can be helpful in accessing and understanding Akashic records. Those are basically the spiritual computer files that hold everything that is, hold everything that was, and that has the potential to be, or will be. It can shield empaths from absorbing energy of others, especially in crowded places. It can help in assisting manifestation desires and achieving goals. It's connected to the earth, and its ability to access higher realms make it a powerful tool for shamanic practices. Well, that makes sense because I'm her. This actually says also it increases the frequency of synchronicities and luck, clairvoyance, intuition. It's a stone of personal magic, personal energy, power, in other words. So, I do have another deck. I think I'm going to pause on the Reiki for a second. At least for now. We'll see what happens in a minute. This is for love. This is a garnet. My hip just popped. Well, it was nice. Thanks. Are you realigning your bones? Yes. Bunches of them. Anything else that wants to go? Hold on, give me a second. Ooh, yep, there's that one too. We're good for now. Do you hear that bike over my shoulder? That is funny. Does that say alignment? No way. It looks like a spinal column. Ow, I just popped my rib cage out. Hold on. And my jaw. Interestingly enough, when I did that, there it is. Hold on. A stupid lamp. Dang Terrible, terrible idea. Somebody was a terrible design person. I heard that. That really does affect your breathing, doesn't it? Yes. Here, so it's not just about the inhaler. No, the inhaler helps with inflammation, but not compressed pathways. Yeah, that's draining now too. Hard. So they fucked you up. Yes, they did. I heard that. Somebody says, do your pants zip? Yeah, they do. I just don't want them zipped. Thank you very much. Why do you care? Starseed Elemental. This is spinal column. Look at the activations too in the crown chakra. Mm-hmm. And the heart chakra. There's love here. Opening. The flowers in her hair too. And the water. She's honoring her emotions, flowing through them. Feel divine. I was going to say, I feel like divine masculine is too. I split the deck though. Again, you'll never guess. Heart chakra. And now I mentioned my Nana Rose, right? So I'm getting ready to do my nails. Another little honor to her. From the bubblegum glitter underneath to the color on top was honestly more like a dusty rose, if that was what I was planning to do with it. Oh, maybe I'll do a black tip. I think I will. Black tips on this dusty rose. I'm like, I love you so much, Nan, but like that's more your color, girl. But if I add a little black to it, I can make it mine. And as I'm thinking about this, that bubblegum sparkly glittery pink, oh, that would be my Auntie Kim. Because even her coffin was that color. And that's what she requested before she died. She was also a medium. And she loved dragonflies. Notice on my last set of nails I had a dragonfly. That was also for her. You guys are gonna make me cry. Ooh, there's the heart chakra expansion. It's moving through the crown. Soul star chakra. What did I just say? It's moving through the crown. Okay, so your crown chakra is here. But the soul star chakra sits here-ish. It's like, depending on the person, it's often 3 feet-ish above the head. The earth star chakra sits a few feet beneath, about 3 feet actually, often on average, beneath the earth, which is interesting because, a little morbid fact here, most of the time, bodies are buried if they're buried. Don't bury me. 6 feet deep. And that's actually not the best level down for them for the decomposure process. At 3 feet down, there's enough oxygen still in the dirt, in the soil, not enough for a functional human, of course, but there's enough in the ground for the bacteria and the fungi and all the stuff that helps those things decompose to do their job. If it's 6 feet down, there's not enough oxygen, and those things that help decompose the body, but then also turn whatever that is into nutrients for the soil, fuel, it can't really do its job there. They can't survive and thrive there the way that they need to. If it's too close to the earth, that's also not a good thing. But about 3 feet down is a perfect environment for the body to most effectively decompose. And then the stuff that's in the earth, like the bacteria and all the stuff that makes that happen, to do their job to absorb it and bring it back to the earth. So I think it's pretty interesting that 3 feet down is the prime environment for that physically, but also about 3 feet down is where the Earth Star chakra is. I heard that was a little morbid. Yeah, it was. But I'm a widow and a medium, so it kind of comes with the job. Reclaim your energy just came out also. Anything else? Earth. I was just talking about the Earth Star chakra, was I not? Yeah. Okay, there's that too. Harmonic flight. I just got a flash of an airplane, which is not what this card is about typically ever. I've never gotten that. Fire. See, that's why. There's the portal keeper. Cat lady. Look. Fire. And it looks like seraphim wings here, actually. The harmonic flight is their spirits combining, taking off together. There's a kundalini merge. And then the infinity symbol, it shows a level of permanence in the connection, like a commitment between them both. He says, sacred union, we're bonded now. Shine your light. Fairy and the mermaid. Right. Ooh, mermaid with wings, little fairy mermaid. And here she is again, look, mermaid with wings, a fae mermaid. SeraFae mermaid, hello. In my case. It's me, they drew a picture of me. New blueprints. Did I not say the butterfly? Right. Oh, I hear getting your pink back. You know what that's talking about? Flamingos. Here's the thing. Flamingos are not typically pink. Not to start out, they're white. When they eat enough, somebody says, yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they do become pink, but not at first. They're white. There's something in what they eat in the earth, from the fish in the sea, the krill, or whatever it is that they're eating. And when they get enough of that plankton or whatever it is that they're getting on a nutrient level from those things, those little shrimp things, krill or whatever it is that they are, plankton, whatever that is, slowly it turns. I heard, is that why some of them are more pink than others? Yes, the ones that are more pink are fed better. They're getting more of that nutrient. Right? If they get deficient in that nutrient, then their feathers start to turn white again. So the thing about this is, when mama flamingos have babies, they spend all of their time trying to make sure that their babies are nurtured to the point where they often lose their pink because they're not getting enough for themselves. So there's a message about getting your pink back, meaning being able to have enough care for yourself, whether it be self-care or the support of others as well, because sometimes it bleeds into one. I hear healthy union, a healthy union, we flow into each other. Yes. Reciprocity, I hear reciprocate. Thank you. Heard. And so it's overcoming whatever challenges. It's being able to reclaim your energy, your power, actually physical healing and health. I know some of us have dealt with actual nutrient deficiencies and things like that. So it's legitimately regenerating and recovering from certain things, but it doesn't have to be physically. For others, it can be full out energetic. Also, I'm pretty sure the Wicked Witch next door moved out or is moving out. You know what I heard one of the neighbors say? Gee, I hope she's gone. Hope the other one, I hope the old neighbor comes back. I just hope for no drama. Because I don't do drama, I do nails. been quite peaceful comparatively, I will say. I noticed she's not really been here. I'm like, oh, well, good for us. God. That's the thing. It was peaceful before she moved in. And has been since she left. I was not the problem. And the other neighbors noticed too. Smear campaign busted. Cheers. Still gonna get you for that criminal conspiracy though. Cataclysite. There's going to be fast moving forward. This is also possibly like a really sudden connection between counterparts too. Kind of just crash bang into each other. That may have been also how they met. Just kind of like popped off. I don't know. Happened. But I do feel like all of a sudden there's quick movement, which does make sense because I think Mercury's shifting out of retrograde. Yeah. And we just had this full moon cycle, which was all about releasing. And there's been a huge shadow period on the moon that I feel truly too, like big emotional shifts. Also, what is it? Neptune and... I'm forgetting off the top of my head. There's something just shifted out of Pisces and into Aries. Hold on. I think, yeah, it was Neptune. Neptune just left Pisces and it shifted into Aries on March 30th. And so you go from being in a kind of dreamy state, kind of imagining, manifesting, fantasizing on levels about what you want, to actually being able to, with the Aries, which is Emperor energy, fast-paced, very masculine, dominant, quick moving, action oriented energy. Like he knows what he wants, he goes for it, he has the capacity to do so. Yeah, he does what he likes. He says within reason though, always making sure right. This is somebody who knows how to run a kingdom, one, and then not everybody's equipped to run the kingdom, two, that sometimes there are people in life who will try to sink the ship just because they can't be the captain, and that the captain is responsible for making sure everybody's solid, like, and safe. Himself too, but he knows what happens when somebody who is not a good person to be a leader is in charge of things. And he's right. That's how you either lose the kingdom or you allow damage to happen to the people in it. So he knows the responsibilities. He says, I know how heavy that crown is. I carry the same one. And the Emperor embodies all of the kings. So King of Swords. He knows how to handle business and call some people out or cut some people off if necessary. He might have a mouth on him sometimes. He doesn't feel bad about being very cold and calculating or cutting towards people who don't deserve it, especially in defense of his family or something that he knows. Justice, big on justice and truth too, possibly. So communication, big on communication. Hello. And also embodies the King of Wands, which is a fire sign, passionate, possibly creative, very driven, possibly very, lots of sexual chemistry. I just heard quick-witted too. That's a very Gemini thing also. But the fire, I find that people have fire energy and air energy do kind of go back and forth with the banter a lot. They're very funny and quick-witted together. Also, air and fire placements work really well together. Like people with fire and people with air do tend to travel well together too, especially like Gemini with Aries, people with Aries or Leo energy. Could be good travel buddies. Tony was a Leo. We were solid that way. Usually he drove. But with vibe, my buddy. Really, he was one of my anchor people. I don't think those all died, actually. Somebody says an anchor person. Yeah, somebody who makes you feel safe. Like, I don't really deal with people because they're not very nice a lot of the time, but it didn't really matter as long as one of my people was there, because first of all, they made me feel secure, and second of all, people would stop trying to fuck with me if they were there, and if they did, they would handle it. And or if the vibe was off because of situations or people like that, they would even trust my judgment, and we would just go somewhere else, somewhere better, with a better vibe, better scene, better energy. Or we'd go to the beach. Healing, yeah, because that was also very healing. Mermaids. So, Emperor energy. Also earth sign. So very grounded, very logical, very practical. Also good in business. Very driven. Very deep. Earth signs can be very Venusian. Can like the finer things in life, but Venusian energy is heart-centered energy as well, meaning love. Speaking of, wow, high heart chakra. So the heart chakra came out earlier, but this is a high heart chakra. This is elevated, right? It's coming from the divine. Those angel wings there too. So this is love. I hear the Cinderella song. Nice to see you. How are you today? Yeah, see, I'd said it's divine, merging with the divine. Star seed, elemental, and soul star chakra came out again. So that's that. It's just extra confirmation. And then there is the water sign. So King of Cups, meaning he's, yes, sensual, sensitive, intuitive though. That third eye expansion energy, the crown chakra here, like the expansion of the crown. But very in touch with his emotions and able to express them also with that King of Swords. He says, I'm passionate, but only for you. This is a loyal masculine. This is very grounded, stable energy. Also Aries. Aries is big on family. Aries, Neptune also goes hand in hand with emotions and intuition, but Aries is big on family, upright. Aries, elevated, mature, loyal, higher conscious Aries. They're big on loyalty. Also can be on communication, interestingly enough. Family and loyalty are important to them. This transit will influence our collective spirituality, artistic expression, and how we pursue our dreams and ideals. It is a time of reevaluating what we believe in and what we're willing to fight for, with a potential for social upheaval and a redefinition of identities. God, similar to the last time Neptune was in Aries during the American Civil War, it says. But this is the thing. This is inspiring. This is the reason for the shift also. A wave of new visionary leaders and spiritual activists encouraging us to pursue our dreams and bold action in creative rebellion. So the way that people are not tolerating oppression and abuse, whether it be on a small or a large scale, if there's something that can be said or done about it, then we're doing it. Too bad. It's a period for reclaiming personal power, letting go of old identities, including those that were basically bullied or gaslit into you, perceptions of self that we maybe accepted, that someone else tried to convince us were who we were, or that we should be a certain way just because someone told us to be, a form of compliance, or that we shouldn't be our full selves because someone told us that there was something wrong with us for doing so. This is embracing a more authentic and intuitive self. Dissolving old structures as well. This can weaken traditional structures and intuitions, paving the way for new paradigms and a reevaluation for our beliefs. check my kitty cat. Hold on. Hi, babes. So, be careful. Shadow side of Neptune and Aries can manifest as overblown egos, exaggeration, deceit, requiring, I just got chills, more careful navigation to avoid impulsiveness and destructive tendencies. So, I was just hearing not to worry about the counterparts, like their aim is to be honest and open with each other. Even if the energies are difficult to process through, they're just trying to be honest. Even if it's a difficult truth, they're still talking about it. Or it's still being communicated, even on a baseline. Not to play games, and so that there's understanding. Even if it's like, I don't feel good, I don't feel, good about this situation, or whatever the case may be, at least it's still being said so that one person's not being left in the dark. Astrologers predict a potential shift away from social media, with people seeking more authentic connections and unplugging from digital distractions. I picked something up about that in the shower this morning, and it was about the divine masculine and feminine. Like, even if there are one or both of them have like a public social media face, I was picking up like unplugging for weekends or to spend time together or something. And also there was a reference and message of, like, how some people, even if they're not like posting or they're not uploading or something on the weekends, like they claim they're not doing screen time, they'll spend their weekends doing content stuff or recording more content. I was picking something up about, even if it's like going out to eat and whatever, but like pulling out the cameras and no. I just heard, yes, I love this. The best, and I say this periodically because it's true, the best parts of my life often don't make it to social media. Why? Somebody says, because I'm too busy living and enjoying that moment to blog it. So there's a balance though, for sure. I'm not saying that there can't be opportunities created for things like that, but they're also, if it's not just like tuning out the rest of the world so that they can take that time together, especially if there's other stuff that's been, causing even just like scheduling hiccups or something between them, making sure to take that time to value each other and spend with each other, then it's actually scheduling in that time. Again, not that there can't be opportunities like scheduled in or taken if they're doing something else to do that, but not at the expense of cutting in to time together, whether it's scheduled or not. Life force energy. Yeah, it's healing. It's a regeneration. Hi, babes. It's a baby. What are you doing, monkey? You want to go down? I don't want you on the counter, sweet boy. No. I think we're good with this. I also think I might drop the mic now. Please remember to pray. Do no harm. Take no crap. Come on, kitty. Remember to pray. I'll catch you on the next one.